call this meeting of the Board of Education to order. Chris, can you call the roll, please?
Mrs. Detzel?
Here.
Mr. Engel?
Here.
Mr. Detzel?
Here.
Mr. Heather?
Here.
Mr. Harlow?
Here.
Okay, it looks like if it's okay with everybody, I'll go ahead and act as chairperson pro temp until we elect officers. Everybody okay with that? So we need a motion and a second for that.
So moved. Second.
It's been moved and seconded. Are there any comments? Okay, Chris, would you call for the vote? Did you vote, Paul? Oh, yeah, join.
I'm showing Bob as red. There we go.
There we go. Motion passes 5-0. Would you all please join me in the Pledge of Allegiance? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. I'd like to call for nominations of the election of president for the school year for the year of 2017.
I'd like to nominate Pam Detzel. Second.
There's been a nominee and a second. Are there any other nominees?
I'd like to nominate Chris Heather. And I guess I'll second that.
Okay, there's been a nominee and a second for Chris. I always forget how we do this.
I think we have to do it twice. I think we, yeah.
Do we just say, do we just do one vote and just say who? Okay. So we can't call for the vote on here, it's just a verbal vote. Chris, is that right? Okay, so Chris has been nominated and myself, so I guess each one of us will just say who we want to vote for. Is that the best way to do it with this, or?
She does the roll call.
So at this point, I ask each one of you who,
Okay.
so Mrs. Detzel,
Pam.
Mr. Engel,
Pam.
Mr. Detzel,
Pam.
Mr. Heather,
Well, I guess it's a moot point, but Chris.
and Mr. Harlow.
Chris.
Okay, votes have been cast. Pam, 3 votes, Chris, 2. So we'll move to the oath of the president of the board.
Well, you have to then do the motion and the move, right?
So then Jim,
Are we going to say that Jim?
and then Pam second, or no, Bob seconded.
Okay.
Okay. It's different with this automation. Whoops. Maybe I just went backwards. Okay, so we just skip where it's asking us to vote here?
No.
Can we skip ahead? Okay, it let us, right? Okay. So we'll move to the oath?
Okay.
Constitution of the United States,
point, we'll take nominations for the vice president.
Nominate Bob Engel.
I will second. Are there any other nominations?
I'd like to nominate Michael Harlow.
I'll second.
Okay. With this, we're going to confuse Chris again with this vote.
She's got it down now.
Got it down. So we have two nominations. We have Bob Engel for vice president and Michael Harlow for vice president.
We'll go through, Bob, and then we'll also do the vote.
Okay.
Mrs. Stansel?
Bob Engel.
Mr. Engel?
Mike, if he wants to be vice president.
Mrs. Stansel?
Bob.
Mr. Hewitt?
Michael.
Mr. Harlow?
Michael.
Okay. We're going to do the vote, Michael.
we need
We're
to-
just going to, yes.
What?
They will at the next
I have
meeting.
I have to,
Can we do the vote?
Well, no, we
Oh,
gotta-
sorry.
she's
Okay,
going to
I'm
have
sorry.
us
Okay.
vote yes.
Oh, we're gonna vote this time.
And then
Okay.
you're just going to fix
got
it
it,
manually.
okay, okay. She's,
Yeah, it's fine.
he doesn't.
Okay, we'll call for the vote.
Sure.
Okay, Michael, the oath of vice president.
I, Michael Harlow, do hereby affirm that I will support the Constitution of the United States, the Constitution of the State of Ohio, that I will perform faithfully the duties of Vice President of the Board of Education of the Northwest Local School District, Hamilton County, Ohio, to the best of my ability, and in accordance with the laws now in effect, and hereinafter enacted, during my continuance in said office, and until my successor is elected from office.
Well, congratulations to both of you. Michael,
Congratulations.
Pam.
Thank you, Chris.
Sure.
Maybe scoot in a little bit.
Yeah.
Did
Okay.
Matt, can we get one back in front of your name, thanks?
Uh-huh.
Thank you very much.
Okay.
Okay, at this time, we need to appoint a legislative liaison. I would like to nominate Michael.
I'll second that.
He does such a good job.
I will accept.
Is there anyone else that would like to be?
Michael's got the inside track and all that with his political connections.
Not that none of us do. Okay,
Oh, well.
so we'll call for
Thanks,
the
I
vote.
think.
Oh, aye.
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 Mr. Hewitt? Mr. Harlow?
Aye.
Thank you, Michael, congratulations.
Thank you.
Student Achievement Liaison. I- if-
Is this a new?
It's a
No,
SALT
we-
report.
It's the SALT report. We always, I've done it the last, I don't know how many years. It's just meeting with Jenny Bluston, setting up what what students we want to have.
From that look, I'm not sure.
Now that you brought it up.
I nominate Pam to do it again since she's experienced hand at it.
A second that?
Is there any other nominations?
I'd nominate Bob if he's interested.
I've never done it before, so I don't know what it involves, so.
It's really an opportunity to get the kids in front of you guys for any type of activity you're interested in. Maybe the community has come to you and asked about gifted programs. Maybe Jim's come to Pam before and asked about all our tech programs being presented. So it's any type of student activity that we can show off that has been very successful in the district.
Yeah, I'll try.
Okay, that's fine. We're going to go ahead and take a vote for Bob to be the Student Achievement Liaison. Aye.
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 Go.
It comes to me.
What?
I believe it comes to me now for superintendent
Okay.
recommendations. The first organizational item we have is to establish the board service fund for 2017. The Board of Education may by resolution set aside each year from the general fund a sum not to exceed $2 for each child enrolled in the district or $20,000, whichever is greater. The superintendent recommends the Board of Education approve the board service fund as listed.
So moved.
Second.
And how much is it listed as right now?
Amy?
$20,000 would be the greater. And we've never used that much, but that gives opportunity if anyone wants to attend any type of
Professional development.
professional development.
This is what we use to pay for OSBA.
Yes,
For our
yes.
capital conference. And
Exactly. Okay, do we have a motion in a second?
Yes.
Okay, call for the vote. Motion passes 5-0.
The next item is an organizational item also, recognition of booster support organizations. The board recognizes the following booster support organizations. Ann Weigel, Clarence A. Struble, Colerain L, Colerain High, Colerain Middle, Everett J. Welch, Harry E. Taylor, Montford Heights, Northwest Senior High School, Pleasant Run Elementary, Pleasant Run Middle, White Oak Middle, Northwest Boosters Association, and Colerain Boosters Association. Superintendent recommends the Board of Education recognize the booster support organizations as listed.
So moved.
second.
It's been moved and seconded. Any questions or comments?
I just thank these organizations for all of the work that they do to support the students in this district.
I will second that. We couldn't do what we do without any of these organizations. Okay, Chris, we'll call for the vote. Motion passes 5-0.
The next item, organizational item, is an action item also, OSBA membership dues for 2017. Superintendent recommends the approval of the membership dues for OSBA as listed.
So moved.
Second.
Moved and seconded for our membership dues. Are there any questions or comments? Okay, Chris? Motion passes 5-0.
And I apologize for not stating that it's Ohio School Board Association for those in the public who may not be aware. Our next organizational item is an action item also. It is records retention. It is acceptance of records for disposal. We are going through and meeting the guidelines as established by OD and how long we retain records and how we keep them. The Records Commission recommends the Board of Education accept the records for disposal as listed.
So moved.
Second.
Moved and seconded. Are there any questions regarding record retention? Okay, Chris? Motion passes 5-0.
The next organizational item is an action item also. It is complimentary pass. Excuse me. Whereas in accordance with state law, the Board of Education offers certain benefits to our employees and board members. And whereas the district and community benefit through the presence of district faculty, staff, board members, and others identified in this resolution at school-sponsored athletic cultural events. Superintendent recommends the Board of Education approve the complimentary passes as listed.
So moved. Second.
It's been moved and seconded. Are there any questions or comments? I do have a question in the past, although in the recent past, I'm not sure that we did it, but I know for the majority of the time that I was on the board, anytime a board member finished with their term or retired from their term, they were presented a
Lifetime honorary pass?
Yes.
My understanding is we still do that.
Okay.
Yeah, Dan Hunter did not get one.
Okay, I will get with Paulette and we'll make sure he does.
But yeah, I got one, and it's good for 2 people for any Northwest activity short of state.
We should have David, we should have Dan with one.
Yeah, I
all
didn't
those
know if
folks.
there's a difference between, yeah, I wasn't sure how that worked.
Yeah.
If it's,
It's at any Northwest Local School District event, so
Okay.
just like they do with AO personnel, Mr. Gladfelder received one, and board members
Okay,
also.
that's
should.
what I was
So
thinking.
I'll make sure Paulette mails one out.
okay.
But it's only for district because, like, if it's a state
Correct.
Sure.
playoffs and stuff.
Yeah, I
it's-
don't
I think it's
think
very
they-
different when you go to other schools and state playoffs. Pro-Kills will not accept passes of any kind, so.
Right, okay. Okay, we have a motion and a second. Oh, it's already here. Motion passes 5-0.
Right, the next item, category is establishing time and place for board meetings. Establishing time and place. The regular meetings of the Board of Education for calendar year 2017 will be held on the dates and times and locations designated as attached. I think I have covered all requests. Is there any questions? If not, the superintendent recommends the Board of Education approve the times and place for the calendar year 2017 as listed. Again, there is 23. There will be an additional one. We're holding it with the new buildings and everything else opening and so on and so forth.
Okay.
So moved.
Second.
It's been moved and second. Any questions or comments? If there's anyone, I mean, later on in the year, we want to change location as far as if the board wants to see another Butler Tech.
Our own schools,
Position
Butler
or
Tech,
any of our
anywhere you would like to
schools?
go, it's your guys' meeting. We'll be
Okay.
glad to accommodate any
So we can be
suggestion you have.
flexible with that.
Yes.
Okay.
And if, just like last year, I would assume in the past, if one of you, I mean, you can't help family emergencies. If something would occur, we'll just all get together in an open meeting and reschedule it as needed.
Sounds perfect. Anybody else? Okay, Chris? Motion passes 5-0.
The next category is Ohio School Board Association Legal Assistance Fund membership. Whereas the Northwest Local Board of Education wishes to support the efforts of boards of education to obtain favorable judicial decisions, and whereas the Ohio School Board Association Legal Assistance Fund has been established for this purpose, therefore, the board hereby resolves to participate in the OSBA LAF for the calendar year of 2017 and authorizes the treasurers to pay the LAF $250. The superintendent recommends the Board of Education approve the membership of the Ohio School Board Association Legal Assistance Fund as listed.
So moved.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded. Are there any questions regarding the Ohio School Board Association Legal Assistance Fund? Okay, Chris? Motion passes 5-0.
The next category is an investment of inactive and interim funds. The Board of Education authorizes the treasurer to invest inactive and interim funds at the most productive interest rate and according to board policy whenever inactive and interim funds are available. The Board of Education authorizes the treasurer to invest up to a maximum of 40% of the district's interim funds in either of the following: commercial paper notes issued by a for-profit corporation, business trust or association, real estate investment trust, common law trust, unincorporated business, or general or limited partnership with which has assets exceeding $500 million. The president recommends the Board of Education authorize the treasurer to invest inactive and interim funds and commercial paper as listed.
So moved.
Second.
Moved and seconded. Are there any questions or comments regarding the active and interim funds and commercial paper? Okay, Chris? Motion passes 5-0.
Next category is authorization for the treasurer to pay bills. The Board of Education authorizes the treasurer to pay bills as they are presented within the availability of funds, report all bills paid monthly to the Board of Education, and to include bills not paid due to unavailability of funds. The president,
President recommends the Board of Education authorize the treasurer to pay bills as listed.
So moved.
Second.
Moved in second. Any questions or comments regarding authorization of the treasurer to pay the bills? Okay, Chris? Motion passes 5-0.
The next category is employment of temporary personnel. This is also a president recommendation as we get to the end. The Board of Education authorizes the superintendent to employ such temporary personnel as needed. Such employments are to be presented for approval by the Board of Education at the next regular meeting.
The President recommends the Board of Education authorize the superintendent to employ temporary personnel as listed.
So moved.
Second.
Moved in second on the employment of temporary personnel. Questions or comments? Chris? Motion passes 5-0.
Next category is appoint fiscal officer for student activity accounts. The Board of Education appoints the superintendent to be the sign-off officer for all student activity programs, and she shall present these programs to the Board of Education once each year. He will also have the authority to approve and/or modify the student activity budgets throughout the year. The superintendent recommends the Board of Education approve the fiscal officer for student activity accounts as listed.
So moved.
Second.
Moved in second. Any questions? Chris? Motion passes 5-0.
Next category is approved student activity accounts. The Board of Education authorizes the student activity accounts to be active for fiscal years 2017 and 2018. The superintendent recommends the Board of Education approve the student activity accounts as listed.
So moved.
Second.
Moved and seconded on the approval of student activity accounts. Are there any questions? Chris? Motion passes 5-0.
Next category is authorization of official signatures, and it will be recommended by the President. The Board of Education authorizes the President, the Vice President, and the Treasurer to be official signers for payment of funds for the Board of Education, and further authorized that one of the three sign checks on all Board of Education accounts, and that the President's signature and the Treasurer's signature may be a facsimile.
The President recommends the Board of Education approve the authorization
Excellent.
of official signatures as listed.
I apologize. I've got a cold and can't say anything or read anything.
So
Facsimile.
moved.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded. Are there any questions or comments? Chris?
We need to change that authorization off.
Motion. All
Yeah,
official
yeah. That's all.
signatures.
Yeah, typo, no big deal.
Motion passes 5-0.
Next category is appointment of a purchasing agent. The Board of Education authorizes the Director of Business Operations as the superintendent's designee to serve as the purchasing agent for the school district. Superintendent recommends the Board of Education approve the appointment of the purchasing agent as listed.
So moved.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded. Are there any questions or comments? Geez. The appointment of the purchasing agent. Chris? Motion passes 5-0.
The next category is waive the reading of the minutes. The Board of Education, in accordance with ORC 3313.26, waives the reading of the minutes from previous meetings. Superintendent recommends the Board of Education approve waiving the reading of the minutes from previous meetings as listed.
So moved.
Second.
Moved and seconded. Are there any questions regarding the waiving of the reading of the minutes? Okay, Chris? Motion passes 5-0.
The next category is approved board member benefits. Pursuant to House Bill 369 dated October 17, 1985, and Resolution 40 through 85 dated December 9, 1985, the current board members may exercise their option to participate in the district's employee benefit plans at the board member's expense. You have listed in front on the board agenda a monthly premium from Anthem, a dental premium, a vision premium, enhanced vision, and life. Rates are per month and may change per plan year. The health insurance plan is currently January 1 through December 31st. The dental and vision insurance plan year is currently January 1st through December 31st. The life insurance rate is based on a term rate of $29,000 benefit. The superintendent recommends the Board of Education approve the board benefit members' benefits as listed.
So moved.
It's been moved and seconded on the board member benefits, and just to emphasize, that is at 100% board members' expense. Any other questions or comments?
Just out of curiosity, what is, I get it through my employer so far, you never know these days when they'll cut that, but what is the deductible on the single and the family? Does anybody happen to know?
The single's 2,000 and the family's 4,000. And after that, it's 20% to 6,000.
We go in that home HSA accounts.
Okay, very good. Not bad.
Did we have a motion in a second?
Yes, we did.
Okay. Chris will call for the vote. Motion passes 5-0. With that, I'll take a motion to adjourn this part of this meeting.
So moved.
Second?
It's been moved and seconded. Chris? Okay. Motion. Meeting adjourned.